Okay, now we've got the next three questions. This is a temperature time graph. So this is the temperature in degrees C on the y-axis, and on the x-axis we have the time. Okay, so this is 6 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, 10, lunchtime, 2 in the afternoon, 4 in the afternoon, and here we have even the evening, 1800. So once we have the time here, and these are the graphs, these numbers weren't given, but I read off the graph, and I think that these are where the numbers are closest to. Then it says, what was the temperature at 9 o'clock? Well, we can see that between 8 and 10, it's 9 o'clock, and if we just read off the graph, go up at 9, and then across over to the y-axis, we can read that the temperature at 9 o'clock was at 17 degrees. It was 17 degrees C at 9 o'clock. Some of you might have read that as 16, some of you might have read it as 18, but 17 and 16 or 18 are also acceptable answers. Then it says, at what time of the day was it warmest? Well, the warmest temperature is where the point is highest on the y-axis. This is the highest temperature. And we can see that the highest temperature, it was around 27. So we draw a horizontal line from 27, and then we actually draw the time down there and see what time it reached 27 degrees, and that is at 2 p.m. At 1400, it was the highest temperature, which was 27 degrees C. So it's just making sure that you know how to read the data off the graph. Then it says, with how many degrees did the temperature rise from 6 o'clock till 12 o'clock? Well, at 6 o'clock we can see that the temperature was 14. At 6 a.m. temperature equals 14 degrees C. And at 12 o'clock, if we read off the graph at 12 o'clock, we can see that the temperature was 22 degrees. So the temperature rise would be 22 minus 14, which would be a rise of 8 degrees centigrade. Temperature increase of 8 degrees centigrade. And that was question K4. Then we've got some questions where they would like us to calculate the mean number or the average of this string of numbers. Well, in order to calculate the mean, we just add the numbers up. Let's make it easy for ourselves. We've got a 5 and a 1 here. So that would be a 4 and a 1. That would give us 5. And a 2 and a 3, that would give us 5. So we've got 5, 10, 15. We have a total of 15 divided by the number of numbers. How many numbers do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And very important here that we actually use the 0. So there are actually, oh, whoops, I have wrong here. There should be a 6 in that as well. Sorry. There should have been a 6 in the end there. My question was wrong. So it was 15 plus 6 would be 21. So the total of all our numbers is 21. And the number of numbers that we have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 numbers. So the average number of all of these numbers is the total of all the numbers divided by the number of numbers, and we have to include the 0 here. It's also one of our numbers. So we have 7 numbers. 21 divided by 7 is 3. So our mean number here is 3. Then we have another string of numbers with 2 lots of zeros in. So let's add all of these numbers together. 2.5 plus 3.5 is 6. 6 plus 4 is 10. So we get 10 as our total of all the numbers. divided by the number of numbers. Our mean is the total of all the numbers divided by the numbers of numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 numbers here. 10 divided by 5 is 2. So our mean, our average number here of all of those numbers is 2. Then they want us to do the median, which is very easy in this first one because they actually put all of the numbers in numerical order. So we just cancel one number against another number, one number against another number. So the median is our middle number, which in this case is 4. In the next string of numbers, they've not put them in number order. In order to calculate the median, you have to put the smallest numbers first and then go all the way up to the largest number. So let's just rearrange everything. There's a 10 first, that's the smallest. Then we have an 11. And notice I'm underlining the ones that I've used so that I don't miss any numbers. Then we have a 14, and then a 15, and then a 17, and our largest number is an 80. And now we can actually quite easily take the mean. We're not adding now because, not the mean, the median. To take the median, we now have all our numbers in size order, so now we can cancel the smallest against the largest, because the median is just taking the middle number. We have 2 numbers here in the middle. So how do we get the median when we have 2 numbers in the middle? We actually take both of those numbers, add them together and divide by 2. That would give us 14 plus 15, giving us 29. 29 divided by 2 is going to be 14.5, which is what we would expect. The number exactly in the middle of 14 and 15 would be 14.5. So the median of these numbers is 14.5. And that's how we would do those questions.